I grew up in a city called Passaic, New Jersey, which is on the border of Clifton. Around 2019, I met Frida Halliday over social media on Twitter, now called X. Frida spoke of her experiences in MK Ultra, and I read her article. It was in a publication called Save the One. It was about how she had been forced to have an abortion due to SA by her father. And it mentioned that she was basically imprisoned in Stanford Research Institute. So I got to know her. And this was after I had read a book called The Bush Connection by Eric Orion. That's a pseudonym. Orion had dated the daughter of a Nazi, and this Nazi had a shoebox full of photos, and Orion published a number of these photos, and among them was a picture of Josef Mengele, whose pseudonym was Steve Rabel. And he said that Mengele worked in Clifton, New Jersey, which is literally where I grew up. So this really upset me, since my grandmother, my bubby, may she rest in peace, was in Auschwitz. Okay, fast forward a couple of years. Frida was between homes. She ended up coming to where I live, and I sat with her in person. And Frida told me a very distressing story. She told me that when she was basically 4 years old in Stanford Research Institute, that she was subject to experiments by Mengele himself. He went under the name Dr. Green. Now, she told me also that there were several Dr. Greens, but Mengele went by Dr. Green, and that she was there with her twin sister, and that Mengele approached the sister, and she said to Mengele, "Get away from my sister," and that Mengele grabbed Frida and threw her down the stairs. And I just have this image of Mengele throwing a 4-year-old down the stairs, and it's very distressing to me. I've done a lot of research. I've written a blog about this, which I just published. I really believe we need to look into Mengele as an employee of the CIA after the war.